in the region.
Terkadang kita lupa bahwa kebahagiaan itu sesederhana melihat orang lain tersenyum. Kebahagiaan kami adalah ketika kami berhasil membangun sinergi kuat dengan otoritas lain dan industri, menjalin interkoneksi, menyediakan layanan transaksi pembayaran yang dapat diakses oleh semua orang. Kris merupakan inovasi teknologi sistem pembayaran. Dari tahun ke tahun, transaksi Kris terus meningkat. Pada Juli 2022, transaksi kris telah mencapai 9,7 triliun rupiah dengan volume sebesar 81 juta transaksi. Kris telah mencapai 20 juta merchant, 21 juta pengguna, dan didukung oleh 85 penyedia jasa pembayaran dan penyelenggara infrastruktur sistem pembayaran. Seluruh masyarakat dapat menggunakan Kris. Dari muda sampai tua, semua sudah pakai Kris. Baik pasar, UMKM ataupun mall, semuanya pakai Kris. Ekspansi Kris di tingkat nasional dilakukan melalui sinergi antara Bank Indonesia bersama stakeholders terkait dengan meningkatkan literasi dan edukasi, onboarding UMKM, perluasan pengguna, dan pengembangan fitur Kris. Kris pun mewarnai transaksi dari Sabang sampai Merauke. Pengembangan Kris juga dilakukan untuk memfasilitasi transaksi pembayaran cross-border melalui pengembangan fitur antar negara, bersinergi dengan negara mitra sebagai bagian dari upaya membangun konektivitas pembayaran. Transaksi QR antar negara dilakukan melalui interkoneksi switcher pada negara mitra, di mana penyelesaiannya dilakukan oleh Bank Appointed Cross Currency Dealer atau ACCD dengan mata uang lokal. Tepat setahun yang lalu, Bank Indonesia dan Bank of Thailand telah memulai piloting Kris antar negara. Saat ini, cross-border QR payment dengan Thailand telah resmi diimplementasikan dan dapat digunakan secara resiprokal. Hal ini tidak hanya akan menguatkan hubungan bilateral antar Indonesia dan Thailand, tapi juga mendukung aktivitas ekonomi dan keuangan kedua negara, termasuk perdagangan dan sektor pariwisata. Bank Indonesia berkolaborasi dengan Monetary Authority of Singapore juga telah memulai kerjasama pengembangan transaksi QR antar negara yang akan dilanjutkan dengan fase berikutnya hingga implementasi, sehingga nantinya akan dapat memfasilitasi transaksi antar kedua negara. Kerjasama QR Cross-Border Payment merupakan upaya konkret membangun payment connectivity khususnya di ASEAN yang akan diperluas ke negara lainnya. Cross-Border QR Payment merupakan solusi transaksi pembayaran antar negara untuk memfasilitasi kegiatan ekonomi dan keuangan, termasuk perdagangan dan sektor pariwisata, khususnya bagi UMKM, serta menjaga stabilitas makroekonomi dengan memperluas penggunaan mata uang lokal. Sinergi implementasi Kris di tingkat nasional dan internasional adalah dedikasi kami untuk negeri, bakti kami untuk senyum masyarakat Indonesia. Satu Kris untuk semua. Boleh lebih cepat, bangkit lebih kuat.
Digitalization has brought about changes in all walks of life, including the way we transact and make payments. All providers innovate to offer integrated, interconnected, and interoperable services. In this case, the role of regulators is very important to ensure that payment systems run safely and efficiently for all users. Bank Indonesia also supports the integration of the economy and financial digitalization, particularly in the payment system, by implementing the Indonesian Standard Quick Response Code, or KRIS, since January 2020. KRIS is a QR code standard for payment in Indonesia that connects all payment system providers. KRIS can link to various banking and non-banking funds such as deposits, electronic money, debit cards, and credit cards. KRIS can be used through various payment and mobile banking applications, enabling people to make contactless and digital payments from various payment system providers. Merchants will instantly receive transaction notification and receive the funds in their account. With all the benefits, Chris is used by more than 15 million merchants. From micro businesses to large enterprises, Bank Indonesia, Payment System Association, and Payment System Industries continuously develop Chris features. Chris Consumer Presented Mode, the Chris Transfer, Withdrawal and Transfer, and Chris Without Presence. Chris Cross Border enables two interconnected countries to make payments using payment applications from their respective providers. This is possible through cooperation between central banks, associations, and payment system industries. Switching between the two countries enables the connectivity, and transaction settlements will utilize the Local Currency Settlement, or LCS, framework. QR cross-border will make it easier for both countries, especially those with high trade and tourism activity. Chris Digital Payment also supports financial inclusion. Chris supports small or traditional merchants to adopt digital technology and enter into the financial system. With profile and recorded transactions, merchants will find it easier to apply financing. In the future, we will continue to push the users of Chris massively, developing Chris features, including expanding QR cross-border cooperation with other countries in the region.
Terkadang kita lupa bahwa kebahagiaan itu sesederhana melihat orang lain tersenyum. Kebahagiaan kami adalah ketika kami berhasil membangun sinergi kuat dengan otoritas lain dari industri, menjalin interkoneksi, menyediakan layanan transaksi pembayaran yang dapat diakses oleh semua orang. Kris merupakan inovasi teknologi sistem pembayaran. Dari tahun ke tahun, transaksi Kris terus meningkat. Pada Juli 2022, transaksi Kris telah mencapai 9,7 triliun rupiah dengan volume sebesar 81 juta transaksi. Kris telah mencapai 20 juta merchant, 21 juta pengguna, dan didukung oleh 85 penyedia jasa pembayaran dan penyelenggara infrastruktur sistem pembayaran. Seluruh masyarakat dapat menggunakan Kris. Dari muda sampai tua, semua sudah pakai Kris. Baik pasar, UMKM ataupun mall, semuanya pakai Kris. Ekspansi Kris di tingkat nasional dilakukan melalui sinergi antara Bank Indonesia bersama stakeholders terkait dengan meningkatkan literasi dan edukasi, onboarding UMKM, perluasan pengguna, dan pengembangan fitur Kris. Kris pun mewarnai transaksi dari Sabang sampai Merauke. Pengembangan Kris juga dilakukan untuk memfasilitasi transaksi pembayaran cross-border melalui pengembangan fitur antar negara, bersinergi dengan negara mitra sebagai bagian dari upaya membangun konektivitas pembayaran. Transaksi QR antar negara dilakukan melalui interkoneksi switcher pada negara mitra, di mana penyelesaiannya dilakukan oleh Bank Appointed Cross Currency Dealer atau ACCD dengan mata uang lokal. Tepat setahun yang lalu, Bank Indonesia dan Bank of Thailand telah memulai piloting Kris antar negara. Saat ini, cross-border QR payment dengan Thailand telah resmi diimplementasikan dan dapat digunakan secara resiprokal. Hal ini tidak hanya akan menguatkan hubungan bilateral antar Indonesia dan Thailand, tapi juga mendukung aktivitas ekonomi dan keuangan kedua negara, termasuk perdagangan dan sektor pariwisata. Bank Indonesia berkolaborasi dengan Monetary Authority of Singapore juga telah memulai kerjasama pengembangan transaksi QR antar negara yang akan dilanjutkan dengan fase berikutnya hingga implementasi, sehingga nantinya akan dapat memfasilitasi transaksi antar kedua negara. Kerjasama QR Cross-Border Payment merupakan upaya konkret membangun payment connectivity khususnya di ASEAN yang akan diperluas ke negara lainnya. Cross-Border QR Payment merupakan solusi transaksi pembayaran antar negara untuk memfasilitasi kegiatan ekonomi dan keuangan, termasuk perdagangan dan sektor pariwisata, khususnya bagi UMKM, serta menjaga stabilitas makroekonomi dengan memperluas penggunaan mata uang lokal. Sinergi implementasi Kris di tingkat nasional dan internasional adalah dedikasi kami untuk negeri. Bakti kami untuk senyum masyarakat Indonesia. Satu kris untuk semua. Boleh lebih cepat, bangkit lebih kuat.
Baik, selamat pagi Bapak Ibu yang sudah hadir pagi hari ini. Boleh kami undang untuk mengisi kursi di deret depan terlebih dahulu. Ya, silakan Bapak-bapak untuk bisa mengisi, Bapak Ibu untuk mengisi kursi di deret depan terlebih dahulu. Ya, kami persilahkan. Ya, untuk tas ataupun barang yang dibawa mohon untuk tidak ditaruh di atas kursi agar nanti bisa ditempati juga untuk para peserta lainnya yang juga akan bergabung di ruangan ini. Terima kasih atas kerjasamanya. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before we start with this auspicious occasion, kindly pay attention to the following rules for the event. For online participants who already joined us here, please follow the COVID-19 protocol. And for online participants who also already joined us this morning, make sure that you have a steady and also stable connection. And kindly turn your camera on, and please make sure that to turn the microphone off for the online participant. And kindly also use our naming format of the institution and underscores name of the participants. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu. May peace be upon us. Shalom. Namo Buddhaya. Salam kebajikan. Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Indonesia Fintech Summit 2022. And now we are at the breakout session 2, hosted by Bank Indonesia and Aftech. May we have your big round of applause for all of us here and also for this breakout session. Thank you. Terima kasih. How are you this morning? Feel good? Great. Okay, so ready to join and also follow this session, this breakout session for this morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to discuss a very interesting topic, enhancing QR payment linkages to accelerate regional payment connectivity. And we will also greet our distinguished speakers already join us here this morning. Good morning. And also moderator, and also we have the speaker in the online. Yes, join us also this morning. And all the distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Putu Desi. I will be the Master of Ceremony for this breakout session. Ladies and gentlemen, and now to commence this program this morning, please rise for the national anthem, Indonesia Raya. Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a remarkable journey ever since CRIS was first implemented in January 2020 up to now. It has been used by more than 20 million merchants throughout Indonesia. Dominated by MSME merchants, CRIS user had amounted to more than 26 million users. CRIS has been able to promote interconnection and interoperability in domestic and cross-border transaction and to accelerate national economic recovery. This year, Bank Indonesia and Bank Thailand has implemented cross-border QR payment linkage. I believe that this QR payment linkage will strengthen cross-border payment connectivity, particularly in the region, which eventually brings widespread benefits to the economy. And also I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that all of these participants this morning is looking forward to the discussion. And without further ado, the speakers will be invited and also discussion will be led by our moderator. Please give a warm welcome to our moderator, Ms. Dina Artarini, Chief of Legal and Compliance, Dana, Indonesia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. May peace be upon us all. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, greeting of virtue. Thank you Ibu Desi, our lovely MC, for an exciting introduction. I'm Dina Artarini, Chief of Legal, Dana Indonesia, and also the Head of Payment System Department at Aftec. And great honor for me to be in these sessions to moderate the first session on this second day. At these sessions, we are going to deep dive the hype of cross-border payment, more specifically to address the topic enhancing QR payment linkages to accelerate regional payment connectivity. Almost 3 months ago in August, I attended the launching ceremony at the Bank Indonesia, where Indonesia and Thailand officially launched the QR cross-border. The hype and excitement of this new form of cross-border payment has laid a foundation to core substance of this topic, strengthening cross-border payments connectivity through QR payment linkages, particularly in the region. The significance of that, now Indonesian visitors can easily pay their transactions through mobile payment applications to scan Thai CRIS codes in Bangkok or anywhere else in Thailand, so-called prompt pay. And vice versa, Thai visitors can do the same to scan Indonesian QR code called CRIS. To a larger extent, beyond Indonesia and Thailand, interoperability for QR payment in Southeast Asia will empower individuals and business, particularly micro, small, and medium enterprises, to conduct their cross-border trade, e-commerce, and financial activities more efficiently. It will also support tourism growth as international travel resumes. And there are sizable travelers flows between countries in the region. The strategic momentum is there as well. Right in this island, Indonesia is wrapping up its G20 presidency, and one of the focuses are around payment digitalizations and cross-border payments. The initiative links cross-border payments through the interconnections of national QR codes of payment between two countries represents another milestone of the Indonesian Payment System Blueprint 2025, and also integrates the frameworks to promote the use of local currencies. To discuss more on this, without further ado, let's discuss more with our panelists. Respectively, I would like to invite to come forward Ibu Filianingsih Hendarta, Assistant Governor of Payment System Policy at Bank Indonesia. Please come forward, Ibu. are you, Ibu Fili? Good morning. Ibu Fili, known as the Lady of Digital Transformations in Payment System ya Ibu ya. Next, Miss Siritida Panomwon Naayuda, Assistant Governor for Payment System Policy and Financial Technology Group at Bank of Thailand. AG Siritida. Sawadika. How are you? Welcome to Bali. We also would like the representative from the industry, Mr. Kukong Rukpaupun, Senior Executive Vice President at Bangkok Bank. Please come forward, Ms. Kukong. Yeah. Last but not least, we have a representative from Indonesia industry, Bapak Santoso Lim, Chairman of Indonesia Payment System Association, ASPI, who join us online. Pak Santoso, great to have you here with us.
Thank you, Dina.
It's really great to have a lineup of full stakeholders in payment system. We have representative from Indonesia and Thailand's authorities, representative of the associations, Pak Lim, and the industry player, Pak Kukong, full set to start the second day. Let's kick out the sessions with the first questions to address the alignment between QR cross-border payment and what does it mean for the Indonesia G20 presidency. Ibu Fili, why Bank Indonesia pursues digital payments and cross-border payment as one of the G20 priority agenda, Ibu?
Thank you, Dina. First of all, allow me on behalf of Bank Indonesia and also AFTEC to thanks AG Siritida and Pak Kukong and also Pak Santoso for joining us today to share our thought about the QR payment linkage, particularly with the BOT and also the industry from Thailand. We know that the BOT is our guru in QR, so thank you again, AG Siritida. And regarding the question about G20, yes, digital economic and finance become one of the agenda in Indonesia G20 presidency. And aiming that we want to accelerate stronger, more inclusive and more transparent as well as a more cooperative post-pandemic economic recovery with the big theme recover together and recover stronger. And why we thought that the digitalization, particularly for the digital payment and cross-border payment is very important. Because we thought that the digital economic and finance transformation should become the strategic key if we want to optimize the benefit of digitalization and also mitigate the risk that arise from the increase of innovation, digitalization, and also including the activity, the cross-border activity. And you know, the G20 countries together with the financial board, stability board, work intensively, not only to strengthen, but also want to advance the roadmap of the cross-border payment. And if we see under the presidency, the Saudi Arabia G20 presidency has already started yet. At Saudi Arabia G20 presidency in 2021, the cross-border roadmap was endorsed. With at least they have two big objectives. First, how to overcome the challenges if we do the cross-border payment, because they think that the cross-border payment is quite expensive, not transparent, So also not inclusive. So they want to overcome those challenges. And the second, the objective, they want to set the guideline to further develop the cross-border payment later on. And under the Italian G20 presidency in 2021, the priorities identify, and under the Indonesian G20 presidency in 2022, we aim first, we continue the legacy, and second, we maintain the momentum and also the commitment among the G20 countries and also the related international organization. So i.e. here, the BIS, the FSB, the World Bank, the IMF, and also the CPMI. And the third, of course, we want to strive to elevate to the new high by establishing the cross-border payment as the G20 priority agenda. And if we see during the 2021, 2022, at the beginning, so the work has been focusing on the establishing the fundamental element of the roadmap itself. But now we're beginning to pivot from just the stock taking and then analyzing and then set the guidance. Now we want to move. We want to move to the more practical project by enhancing the existing system, payment system that we have already had, and also developing the new system here. So that's what we do in G20.
Yeah. So Ibu, we've seen that actually the QR payment system in Indonesia domestically, it has been very successful. It's been using by the public very frequently now. So I want to understand better, Ibu, how Bank Indonesia actually engage the international cooperations to strengthen cross-border payment connectivity.
Yes, as I mentioned before, Thailand is our guru in QR payment linkage. We learn a lot from our sincere friend here. So if you are talking about the connectivity, cross-border connectivity, we have stages there. So we start with the initiation and then with developing phase and then the piloting and then implementation. So right now we have the QR payment linkage with the Thailand. We have already full phase implementation here since last August. And with the Malaysia, can you just move the next slide? With Malaysia, we are now in the development phase here. And with with Malaysia, we are piloting right now. We do the testing and we do the piloting stage here. But with the MAS, with Singapore, we are still in the development. We just initiate and the industry talk each other. Hopefully, with the Malaysia and with the Singapore, we can implement next year. And of course, with the Thailand, we will move to another phase, right? With another modality of the cross-border payment.
Yeah, Ibu. So I can hear that it will be a very exciting journey moving forward. So we are waiting for the next innovations, for the next collaboration. So I now move to AG Siritida. Like Ibu Fili said, Thailand is our guru, ya Ibu ya. So from Thailand perspective, actually, what are the benefits of this cross-border payment, AG Siritida?
Okay. Thank you, Dana, and good morning, everyone. Thank you to having me here. And in case of Thailand, I think that we have experience implementing the fast payment system called PromptPay 5 years ago. So we share this experience with our ASEAN friends, and we agree to have initiate the ASEAN Payment Connectivity Initiative. As I remember, we announced this collaboration in 2018 in Thailand during the ASEAN meeting. And with that, we start to have the collaboration and working together. And we see that with the connectivity, we will benefit to our people, migrant worker, SME, and tourists, and also general people, because it's very easy to transfer money and make the payment. And with this, we a lot of many ASEAN countries, they have been implementing and developing the new infrastructure, payment infrastructure, and have it connect among us, with us, and among the ASEAN country. And it enable the QR payment and also the P2P transfer. So it's very easy to do that, and it's less time and reduce cost and reduce paperwork also. So it's very useful for people, and especially for the SME and the business. And for the QR payment, I think that in case of Indonesia, I experienced myself yesterday, because I can pay by using my mobile phone to scan the QR code and make the payment really easy. And the FX rate is very compatible, it's very good. So this is, I think that this is the benefit that we get. And it will, enhance our economic activities, and also that help to having our people that better life.
So we can see that actually with kicking off the from the payment system, basically we can see the extensive benefit of the QR payment itself. And learning also from Thailand, I also want to have better understanding actually when these collaborations is started. So what were the roles of Bank Indonesia, Ibu Fili, in establishing cross-border QR payments linkage with Thailand?
Yeah, we have several choices whether we want to have the cooperation like a B2B or G2G. But according to our experience, G2G is much better as an umbrella. So after that, following by B2B. And if we see here, the central bank, not only Bank Indonesia, but also BOT play a very pivotal role here. At least we have a 4 role as a lesson learned that we have already done. First, as an initiator. So central bank can be an initiator. So we start with the MOU, with a coordination, collaboration among the central bank. For example, with the BOT, can you just have our slide here? With the BOT, we signed the MOU in 2019. So we want to strengthen we want to synergize our policy payment. And also we want to learn each other about the financial innovation. We learned a lot from BOT regarding the fast payment and also the QR. And right now we also share with the BOT about our SNAP, the open API between the bank and non-bank. So we learn each other here. And the second, as a facilitator, after we have the coordination, and then we facilitate the industry to talk each other, to discuss, and to find, at least we have a 2 approach here, the technical approach and also the business approach. How the industry can talk each other and agree on the interlinking model. And then we also facilitate, find and provide the conducive environment by establishing the regulation needed by the industry. And the third one, as a supervisor, after the industry talk each other and establish the business model, and then they try to do the piloting and to do the testing. So the central bank makes sure we will supervise, make sure the industry still work in the corridor of the regulation, related regulation. And the third, of course, the advocacy. We together, along with the industry, have to do the campaign and disseminate our policy to the public. What is the benefit or the use of the cross-border linkage, payment linkage here. And of course, we will do it through the several channels, the media, the formal, informal, TikTok, Instagram, and then of course the fora, international fora. Several weeks ago, I visited Bangkok for the BOT Digital Finance Festival. It is very amazing. I and myself and my team try the QR from the hawker food stall to the supermarket to the restaurant and then up to the Kempinski Hotel, the 5-star hotel. It's work. So you have to try. Visit Bangkok and Thailand particularly. Try, don't bring but just fulfill your source of fund, whether the saving account, the e-money or whatever you have, the credit card, so use it. So as AGC Ritida mentioned, we got the very good exchange rate.
Thank you to
Yeah,
be a
but be
good presenter.
careful because you won't realize how much you have already spent, just scan. So right now we also do the same thing. We invite, we disseminate about the use of the QR in the Indonesia Fintech Summit.
Yeah, Ibu. So it's very excited. So I cannot wait to come to Thailand to try. So I think from Ibu Fili, we understand that basically government, G2G is actually the foundations, but the roles is actually more leveraging the B2B. So, but I'm very impressive that basically government come to the ground field to educate, also to promote the use and the benefit of the QR payment linkages itself. So before I move to the industry player, I want to understand a little bit better from AGC Ritida. Basically, maybe you can share with us the key success factors, AGC Ritida, to drive the digital payments project both in Thailand and the linkages between the Asian countries.
I can say that this success comes strongly from, as AG Philly said, that the strong collaboration between the government agency and also that a stakeholder like a payment service provider, banking sector, and also that payment infrastructure. So this is, I think, that very important that to have a strong collaboration among each other. And the other thing is that when you have a strong collaboration, you will share your experience and knowledge to each other, and you will try to, support each other to accomplish our target. I think that this is the key. And the other thing is that with the strong collaboration, it will lead the commitment, the strong commitment together that we will go to the same boat until the end. And we're going to have a open communication, that we share our knowledge, or we share experience, and we share that what should do and what we don't do, that we shouldn't do that. I think that this is the other one. And the other thing is that the strong support from the government agency, because with the government agency measure, and also that the regulator, they will give the benefit to the project. and they will support us, and also that the regulator, they will try to, have the supportive regulation in order to have this project success. I think that this is the key that we learn, and with that, we going to, have a development of the new project, and with the strong collaboration among each other, I think that it will be a success.
Yeah, thank you, AG Sirida. So basically, we've been heard that as it has been emphasized by AG Siritida and AG Philly, basically that this will not happening without the strong support from both governments and the collaborations with the business or industry player. So I want to know better now from Mr. Kukong, actually. What were the roles of the Bangkok Bank in this project, and how you can ensure that implementations of cross-border QR payments linkage will bring benefit to public and to more people?
Thank you for inviting me here. So I would like to share our experience how we implement the QR code in Thailand, and also the cross-border QR code in Thailand. Actually, when the Bank of Thailand initiate the cross-border QR payment, we as an industry, among our major bank and also our switching, which is National ITMX, we work closely to decide how we're going to do the QR cross-border payment. Initially, when we do the PromptPay and also the PromptPay for QR in Thailand domestically, we have infrastructure that use the O messaging standard, which is ISO 8583. So when we going to engage on the cross-border payment with the direction from the Bank of Thailand, that we should go to ISO 222. So that is the major change in our infrastructure. Because when we going to design this infrastructure for the cross-border, we would like it to be interoperability. It means that it should be able to interface to every country, not just one. Every country should have the same standard. And I think the ISO 222 is the right one. So we engage to change our system to accept the ISO 222 to accommodate this cross-border payment, especially the QR. Another thing that the key principle when we design it is the accessibility. We want our merchant and our consumer to be able to access to this service seamlessly. It means that our merchant don't have to change anything. No change at all to our existing merchant that accept the domestic QR code. And also for the consumer, it's just a new version of the mobile banking, and also the different that it will show you the exchange rate, which is very low exchange rate, and if they accept it, that nature, so it's seamless experience on the consumer side as well when we design it together. And also another one is availability. Availability is the key one because we would like to make it 24/7, because we know that our tourists, our visitor going to shop all night, because like in Bangkok, we stay 24/7. So we need to have the sound infrastructure both as the bank and also the switch. Okay. Another thing, and I think this is really important, is affordability. The key success in PromptPay and also domestic QR code is that we have zero fee. We have zero fee for both merchant and consumer. When we talking about the cross-border QR payment, some bank or especially the business say that, oh, this is a good opportunity that we can charge to the merchant and charge to the consumer because we provide more feature and function for them. You know, they can use to accept the tourist, the visitor to make a payment. So we should charge them more. This is a good opportunity. But when we look at this opportunity and also the direction with the BOT, no charge. So we design it with no fee. When it no fee, it means that you don't have to start rolling out the merchant again, because that's normal. You know, you just go to the merchant and scan the QR code. Merchant don't know whether you are the visitor or Thai because we look alike. So you can make a payment. Okay, that's why key success. That's why you can use your mobile app to do the QR payment to you know, as you say, that from the street food to the big hotel to the big restaurant, everything is the same because it's free. So no charge. And also for
I would like to add something about the pricing structure. Yeah. I think that when you know, introduce the new service, you have to have it compete with the traditional one. So that the key is the price. If the pricing lower than you know, the traditional service, so you will get the adoption. I think that this is the key, because when we introduce the new service, we want adoption, right? And we will, you know, get adoption if the price lower than before.
so that you heard from the BOT. When we work at a team, when we do this payment or cross border, if we the working team cannot agree, ask Bank of Thailand.
Okay. That is something that we need to learn as well. That Bank of Thailand actually, you are very happy and put your smile, even it's, you know, like it's zero MDR ya Bu ya berarti ya.
Yes, okay. Okay. So that I told you the secret why we so success when we implementing in Thailand. So we have only one rule. If you not agree, ask Bank of Thailand. Okay. Another important law that the Bangkok Bank and also other major bank pay is about the settlement. Because with the QR code, you need to settle between the country. So as a Bangkok Bank, we are the regional bank with overseas network. Also, we have a Permata Bank here. So I think our key law, it should be a settlement bank. So we are the settlement bank for the Vietnam and also one of the suite here in Indonesia. Okay, because I think that's quite important for us. And also with the settlement bank, you're going to do the exchange rate code. And as you know that the exchange rate for the QR payment is very low. I think if we use the TT rate, it's the same rate that you exchange for the money. Okay. So, and that's the only thing that we have when we do the transaction, and we use the exchange profit to share among the issuer and acquirer. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Kukong. Yeah, I think there is a price, but I think the most important at this point of time is actually educating the customers. So both in Thailand and also in Indonesia. So we learn, including trying to learn to smile, even everything is for a free of charge, but this is actually for a greater benefit basically. So we want to talk further on the current progress and most importantly benefit. So want to hear from Ibu Fili, Ibu. So Bu Fili, why Bank Indonesia actually promote QR code payment modality in the domestic and further utilize the QR modality in the cross-border payment connectivity? And how is the progress of QR cross-border QR payment linkage so far, Ibu?
Yeah, thank you. Why we start with the QR? Because QR is the most easy canal to be connected. Here we see that QR is the game changer in Indonesia and also the entry point for the subsistence group, the low income people, because either the user or the merchant, because it's very easy. You don't need the EDC to do that. You don't need more, like a capital to do that. So because I believe that the case in Indonesia is almost the same with Thailand, because all people always say the digitalization is not belong to the low income people. It's belong to the middle to up, but it's not in Indonesia, and it's not, I believe it's not in Thailand either. Because the digitalization start in Indonesia, it start from the low income people. So, if AirAsia or Lion can say that everybody can fly, we can say everybody can use the QR. As long as you have the money, right? As long as you have the money. And here we see right now the payment system provider and operator in for the QR has already reached 83, 53 banks and 30 non-banks, and also for switching company here. So before this, before we standardize the QR, so every payment provider have to create their own QR code and proprietary QR, and it will create the inefficient payment system here. And the second thing is, the QR also enable the offline merchant to shift from the cash to the non-cash transaction here, and also using the various instrument here. Not only the credit card, but you can use the source of fund, you can use the saving account, electronic money, and then later on with the credit card. So, the merchant can facilitate the payment using the various instrument here. And of course, it starts with the onboarding of the merchant, particularly the SMSE here. They have to open, this is that I mentioned, they know this is the entry point for digitalization, because in order to accept the payment, they have to open the account, either open a bank account or the non-bank account. So they know how to deal with the digital payment here. And the third one, QR also boosts the transaction for the merchant and increase the profitability. You want to bet the millennial here under 30 or under 35, if you open their wallet, so the money is only, mostly is up to 100,000. And in Thai baht, maybe only 200 Thai baht, right? But for the baby boomer, maybe for me, for AG Sritida, Pak Kukong, if our wallet is only 100,000 or 200 baht, we will run to the ATM and then withdraw the money, even though we don't use the money, right? So it's the different behavior here. So we know the future is the future for the millennial. They get used to do the transaction, the non-cash transaction. So the merchant here has, if they want to increase the volume of the transaction, so they have to prepare the digital payment here. So they have to prepare the QR for the transaction. So of course this is can increase the transaction for the merchant, and at the end of the day will boost the profit for the merchant. And the fourth, this is very important. The QR also unlock the access to the broader range of digital financial services. So it will open the access of the merchant to the other financial services, such as the financing and also the investment, by utilizing the payment application that they have already had. And the QR transaction, will be recorded electronically by the bank or by the non-bank provider application, and the transaction history can be utilized as a tool to form the credit profile. We know the SMSE have a, they don't have enough capital to get the financing. But with the historical transaction, they can allow the bank with the customer consent to open it and to use it. So the bank who will provide, or the non-bank who will provide the financing, will ensure, the potential of the merchant here.
We've heard a lot.
And also, one more I want to share here. I want to share the data here. During the pandemic, pandemic itself has shifting the consumer and merchant behavior from the online, the offline to the online, and QR is also the solution amidst mobility for the pandemic restriction. And if we see here, as of September, the QR transaction value had amounted to 10.9 trillion, or grew to 173% year on year. And the transaction volume had reached 118.8 million transactions, or grew by 179% year on year. And CRIS has been adopted throughout 34 provinces in Indonesia, and also 400 regency or city in Indonesia. And in terms of merchant and user, right now the merchant amounted more than 22 million merchant. So the student is more advanced compared to the teacher in terms of the merchant, right? We have already amounted 22 merchant here. And amazingly, 22 merchants, 90% are SMSE here. And for the user, last year we preparing from the supply side. We preparing the merchant. We targeted 12 million merchant, and we have already achieved that. And this year we targeted from the demand side. So we targeted 15. You see my iPad here. This is one of the tool for dissemination. So 15 million, the new user of the CRIS. Hopefully we can achieve this target before end of this year. So right now, the new user, 18.6 million as of September. And then hopefully in October we will surpass it. And also the total user, since we introduced the CRIS, has already above 25 million user for the CRIS. And of course, for the cross-border, here, we for the Indonesian and Thailand, we have a positive development here, but we still have a homework to push the transaction. For Indonesian outbound transaction is only 51 million. So we invite all the Thai to come. So spend more days here. And also the volume transaction has already reached 270 transaction. But I believe right now 275. Since AGC Ritida yesterday have already do 5 transaction at least. And maybe we will increase after Pak Kukong do the transaction today, right? Okay. And then for the other way around, the outbound has already, like it's mean Indonesia use the Thai QR, has already reached 3.7 billion rupiah with the transaction 7,640 plus 5 when I visited Thailand, right? Yesterday I do at least a 5 transaction. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So we've heard from Ibu Fili the significant growth of digital payment in Indonesia. So how about the progress or the development of digital payments in Thailand, AGC Ritida, and how has it expedited the Thailand's digital economy and benefiting more stakeholders?
Congratulations for your, fast adoption. Yes. I'm one of the them that pushed So in case of Thailand, we have tried the digital payment together with the government under the National E-Payment Project. With this project, it was divided into 6 separate projects driven by different government agencies. And such a Bank of Thailand, we was responsible to developing and implementing the fast payment system, as you know, that called PromptPay. And under this project, I think that it's successfully implementation. And I would like to show you some slide to see the statistic, and we'll see that how good we are. So from the statistic, now we have a 71 million registration ID number, and more than half of it national ID registration. And the adoption rate is growing rapidly, and the usage of the 63 per person per year at the time that we implement the PromptPay. Now it's growing to 400 times per person per year. I think that as of last month, I think that AG Silly will help, yeah, boost up our activity. And I would like to show the journey, the PromptPay journey also, because after the PromptPay system has been implemented, we can leverage the new infrastructure by launching a new innovative service continuously. Can you show the next slide, please? Yes, and you can see that after we implementing the PromptPay system, we can leverage on this system by introducing a new innovative service, starting from the social welfare from the government, and also that for the tax reimbursement, the cross-border bill payment, and of course the QR payment also in this initiative too. So I think that it helps support payment activity to be more convenient anytime, anywhere, 24/7, and it's reduce time and also the paper. And I think that it's enhance our inclusion activity, and this is the main target that we implement and developing this payment infrastructure. And we see the strong evidence during the pandemic period that people could not go out, but the financial activity did not stop. We still see the number of using PromptPay growing up rapidly, and also the QR code uses. For example, in bill payment, transfer money, online shopping, especially online shopping. I did a lot during the pandemic period. And now we have 7.3 million QR code acceptance throughout our country.
Thank you, AG Sritida. So to add flavor to the discussions, we have Pak Santoso online. So want to understand, Pak Santoso, why the associations, in this case ASPI, Payment Association in Indonesia, was eager to support the development and implementing of QR payment linkages. And actually, maybe you can also explain how many players participating and how do you see the prospect going forward?
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for opportunity to share about our experience in industry. Starting from 2019, I think we already implemented QR payment, and learning from that, we also thinking to expand our opportunity to use the QR payment with others country. I think we are thankful to the Bank Indonesia because support from not only Bank Indonesia, also others bank, central bank, also give the green light to implementation. Maybe the journey itself is very challenging because you know that there's the different standard for the QR. Yeah, of course, different multiple system and also different currency, different regulation. But we thinking that we have to use this opportunity because the big challenges for the pandemic is how to maximize our collaboration and maximize our functionality as a payment to make recovery in the economic, each country. I think we have a lot of challenges, of course. The first is the because different challenges in the technical side, but at the end, because of the good spirit between us, we finally implemented in the Thailand 2021, and also we expect expanding in the future for several countries. Yeah. Before you mentioned about the impact for why ASPI support this opportunity, because in Indonesia there's a lot of bank and also financial technology non-bank the digital payment. That's why there's the opportunity to open up the link between the not only in Indonesia, also with the other country. I think you know that especially for the tourism industry already got pain in the pandemic situation, and we thinking before Bu Fili also sharing about this is the tools to make more opportunity to collaborate between the in domestic and also others. There's the opportunity in tourism side. I think we are blessing to get this opportunity, especially for the regulator and also the good spirit for the industry to collaborate and make it happen. Of course, there's the target from a regulator to implement, and we rush some time, yeah. But I believe that we can solve and we can finally we can as a winner in the future.
Yeah, thank you, Pak Santoso. So we are near to the end of discussions. So the last topic on the future cross-border linkage, Ibu Fili, maybe you can give informations of what is the next priorities in the implementation of regional payment connectivity initiative.
Okay, as I mentioned before, our states here cannot be achieved without the cooperation and coordination between the central bank and also with the industry. So we know for the QR, we work together with the industry, Indonesian industry and also Thai industry, ASPI and also the Thai Bank Association, and with the switching company, we work together. So I believe that the central bank along with the industry can continue to disseminate, to campaign, to educate public regarding the use and the benefit of the QR code payment linkage. And I believe that the cross-border QR transaction will further improve along with the expansion of the payment provider in Indonesia. We only have 8 right now, and also in Thailand, you have already added more, and we believe that it will improve. And also the massive campaign by the central bank and also with the industry will the push the usage of the QR payment. And moving forward, we are in the Asian 5, we call the Asian 5, the Indonesian, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, and also Philippines. next week we will sign the MOU regarding the regional payment connectivity. So we are not only talking, but we do the implementation. Yeah. Asian will do the implementation. So we committed to support the implementation of the regional payment connectivity framework, and we look forward to continue to building the cross-border interconnection, not only by utilizing the QR code payment modality, but we will move forward to the other modality such as the fast or instant payment that we have already linked, taking account, of course, the readiness of the domestic infrastructure. And later on, we will move not only the bilateral, but multilateral, not only in the region, the Asian, not only big five, but we will also involving the other five. And not only the Asian, but we will move forward to the regional and also the global. And we believe that the regional payment connectivity framework will be a showcase of the implementation of our G20 initiative in strengthening the cross-border payment. And it will continue as a priority initiative in Indonesian Asian chairmanship in 2023. Of course, we have to hand in hand to pursue all the initiative. As a closing, I just want to quote the old Asian proverb that I usually use. It said that if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So let's go together. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's been more than an hour. We heard numerous insights on the big why, policy directions, regulation, implementations, governing the market, and actual implementation, enhancing QR payment linkages to accelerate regional payment connectivity. The essence of cross-border QR payment is to ease transactions between two countries and improve efficiency. But the virtue is larger than that. Take example of what Indonesia and Thailand have done. The gist of it is mirrored to the commonalities, trade and tourism. 99% of the economy in both countries are backed up by the SESS, and therefore ease for payment is very important. Second, both countries are known for tourism paradise. Together, it will support the economy positively. To a larger extent, more countries to come, both from Indonesia and Thailand sides. It is aligned with the strategic purpose for Indonesia presidency 20 for standardizations of cross-border payment. Seeing ahead, I think Indonesia is preparing to take a lead in the region as Asian chair in 2023 that will likely to prioritize this topic. I hope in Indonesia Fintech Summit next year, 2023, we can all sit together here, more from Asian countries, to witness more coming innovations to strengthen regional payment connectivity. And payment connectivity can be a vessel to strengthen us together as regional identity of Asian. Ibu Fili, AGC Ritida, Pak Santoso, and Mr. Kukong, thank you. Thank you very much for the valuable insight. So delighted to moderate this event.
We want to do the demo.
Yeah. So after this, we want to invite AG Fili and AG Siritida to give example or demo on how to use the prompt pay and QR CRIS. And later on, we will invite 5 participants to also trying the prompt pay and QR, the CRIS payment. So please prepare your mobile phone. Make sure that you have applications of QR cross-border participants. So
make sure you have the application, next slide please. Yeah. Make sure you have the application of the 8 provider, otherwise you cannot do it. right? If you have Dana, Bu Dina, and then BCA, Pak Santoso, and the others. How many? Rangga is only 5?
5
Not 10?
participants.
10, okay, make it 10.
Yeah, there will be very interesting gift or token from each countries. From Thailand and also from Indonesia. Okay, Bu. The previous slide.
Slide sebelumnya.
Nah, this one.
Yes.
So Ibu Fili will try the prompt pay, ya, Bu Fili ya.
Yeah, I will scan the Thai QR payment because AGC Ritida will buy salak from Indonesia. Yeah. Salak is very famous, salak from Indonesia for the Thailandese. Yeah, you can do first.
Okay.
Done, okay. Now Ibu Fili maybe you can just shoot.
See, berhasil. Okay, so this is cash and carry, the salak from Indonesia.
Dessert from Thailand. Okay. Yeah, now we can try. So, okay, one by one. You okay. 5 or 10? 5. 5, okay. So maybe you can move forward a bit. So 1, 2, 3, 2 more, okay? And the lady on the back. Yes.
Boleh agak maju, silakan. Please come forward. Yes. Try the QR payment from Thai.
Okay, successful. Okay, can you show? It's a Thai
This is also
tea.
succeed.
Yeah, maybe you can show to the screens the successful proof. Okay, so okay, one, another one. Okay, show it there.
But unfortunately only
Yeah.
for the 5 luckiest
So
person.
thank you very much. Yeah, so
Banyak.
thank you very much for the active participants. It's been very successful demo. Thank you. So I'm going to hand over the sessions to the MC and the distinguished panelists. Please remain seated. So I'm Dina Artarini signing off. Thank you.
Thank you Ibu Dina, terima kasih. also to all the speakers, distinguished speakers, and also participants. Before we invite you to return to your seat, we will have a photo group. It also Pak Santoso. Yes, once again. Ya, boleh tolong ditampilkan di layar. Pak Santoso, yeah, we will have a group photo together. Yes, okay. Boleh diatur. Boleh agak merapat Bu Fili, nggak apa-apa, ke sebelah sini. Tidak tertutup. Smile please, look at to the camera. Which camera? Okay, on the... Ganti gaya. Chris Bu, Chris style. Yeah, okay, I like that. Pak Santoso ketutupan Bu Dina. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, all the participants please rise and do the symbol crease with your finger. Boleh ditunjukin caranya? Oke. Sudah paham semua? Mungkin masih naik kursi nih Pak. Oke. 2 jari, 1 dibalik, diteketin. Oke. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please be seated. Terima kasih Bu, silakan kembali ke tempat duduk. Thank you. Please be seated. Yes. Yes, so ladies and gentlemen, yeah, this is the end of our breakout session today. Once again, thank you so much for all the speakers, distinguished speakers, Ibu Fili, Mr. Tida, Bapak Santoso tadi secara online, also Mr. Kukong, thank you so much. Our moderator Ibu Dina, thank you so much once again for leading the session. It was very great session and fruitful discussion for sure. And we hope, of course, from this discussion, this QR payment linkage will strengthen cross-border payment connectivity between Indonesia and Thailand, which will bring widespread benefits to the economic. Okay, and ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much once again for your participation, attending and joining this breakout session this morning. And to mark the end of this session, we will show you the cross-border quiz video after this. I'm Putu Desi. Thank you so much once again for attending this session. We wish you the rest of the beautiful day in Bali. Yes, and I close with the Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much. Selamat siang. Enjoy the rest of this day.
Terkadang kita lupa bahwa kebahagiaan itu sesederhana melihat orang lain tersenyum. Kebahagiaan kami adalah ketika kami berhasil membangun sinergi kuat dengan otoritas lain dan industri, menjalin interkoneksi, menyediakan layanan transaksi pembayaran yang dapat diakses oleh semua orang. KRIS merupakan inovasi teknologi sistem pembayaran. Dari tahun ke tahun, transaksi KRIS terus meningkat. Pada Juli 2022, transaksi KRIS telah mencapai 9,7 triliun rupiah dengan volume sebesar 81 juta transaksi. KRIS telah mencapai 20 juta merchant, 21 juta pengguna, dan didukung oleh 85 penyedia jasa pembayaran dan penyelenggara infrastruktur sistem pembayaran. Seluruh masyarakat dapat menggunakan KRIS. Dari muda sampai tua, semua sudah pakai KRIS. Baik pasar, UMKM ataupun mall, semuanya pakai KRIS. Ekspansi KRIS di tingkat nasional dilakukan melalui sinergi antara Bank Indonesia bersama stakeholders terkait dengan meningkatkan literasi dan edukasi, onboarding UMKM, perluasan pengguna, dan pengembangan fitur kris. Kris pun mewarnai transaksi dari Sabang sampai Merauke. Pengembangan kris juga dilakukan untuk memfasilitasi transaksi pembayaran cross-border melalui pengembangan fitur antar negara, bersinergi dengan negara mitra sebagai bagian dari upaya membangun konektivitas pembayaran. Transaksi QR antar negara dilakukan melalui interkoneksi switcher pada negara mitra, di mana penyelesaiannya dilakukan oleh Bank Appointed Cross Currency Dealer atau ACCD dengan mata uang lokal. Tepat setahun yang lalu, Bank Indonesia dan Bank of Thailand telah memulai piloting kris antar negara. Saat ini, cross-border QR payment dengan Thailand telah resmi diimplementasikan dan dapat digunakan secara resiprokal. Hal ini tidak hanya akan menguatkan hubungan bilateral antar Indonesia dan Thailand, tapi juga mendukung aktivitas ekonomi dan keuangan kedua negara, termasuk perdagangan dan sektor pariwisata. Bank Indonesia berkolaborasi dengan Monetary Authority of Singapore juga telah memulai kerjasama pengembangan transaksi QR antar negara yang akan dilanjutkan dengan fase berikutnya hingga implementasi, sehingga nantinya akan dapat memfasilitasi transaksi antar kedua negara. Kerjasama QR Cross-Border Payment merupakan upaya konkret membangun payment connectivity khususnya di ASEAN yang akan diperluas ke negara lainnya. Cross-Border QR Payment merupakan solusi transaksi pembayaran antar negara untuk memfasilitasi kegiatan ekonomi dan keuangan, termasuk perdagangan dan sektor pariwisata, khususnya bagi UMKM, serta menjaga stabilitas makroekonomi dengan memperluas penggunaan mata uang lokal. Sinergi implementasi kris di tingkat nasional dan internasional adalah dedikasi kami untuk negeri. Bakti kami untuk senyum masyarakat Indonesia. Satu kris untuk semua. Boleh lebih cepat, bangkit lebih kuat.